A great start then against the Windies. How much confidence can you take from that? And do you have to maybe temper that a little bit with some realism that tougher tests lie ahead?
Yeah, absolutely. We take lots of confidence from the first game. It's obviously fantastic to get a win on the board, and we know West Indies didn't play anywhere near their best, but we focus on ourselves a lot, and I thought everything we wanted to happen came off brilliantly well, and we take that confidence. But of course, we've parked that now. We prepare well for our next match against Bangladesh, and we'll be fully ready for the big challenge that they'll throw at us.
We know that Bangladesh are capable of an upset. Does that stop complacency creeping in? And how important in tournament cricket is it to build that winning momentum?
Yeah, of course. Winning momentum is vital, isn't it? And sort of the way the tournament's set out, there's not much room for mistakes. But the beauty of T20 cricket is anyone can beat anyone on their day. An individual can win a match for their team. So, but no, we prepare well. We're a very level team. We don't get too high, don't get too low, and we'll try and bring our level of intensity, which always gives us the best chance of winning the game.
Can I ask you about Ben Stokes, his return for the Ashes on a personal level and on a cricketing level as well? How big a boost is that?
Yeah, it's a massive boost for everyone. I think first and foremost for Ben to be in a position where he's happy and healthy, both physically and mentally, to resume his cricket career is brilliant. As a teammate, as a friend, as fans of cricket, I think everyone is going to be delighted to see Ben Stokes back on the field. So yeah, it's a massive boost for England, for the Ashes, and for cricket as a whole.
Thank you, Jos. Cheers. All the best.
Thanks, Tim. Let's go to David Charlesworth, please.
Thanks, Danny. Hi, Jos. Taking a knee has become a bit of a hot button issue in the last couple of hours, as Quinton de Kock has refused to do so and withdrawn from South Africa's fixture against the Windies. Are you able to say whether you'll be taking a knee tomorrow and for the rest of the tournament?
Yes, I think our position as a team is we stand against any form of discrimination. I think what we'd like to do as a team is a moment of unity, which we did at times during our summer. We wanted to reciprocate an opposition. The West Indies like to take a knee, so we wanted to reciprocate that in the first game. But yeah, hopefully we can make some form of start. But as a side and our culture as a team, we of course stand against any form of discrimination, and we're very passionate about that.
Can I just one more, just to follow up on that? Do you think it's up to cricket boards to make the demands of players in this sort of areas, as Cricket South Africa has done with its players? How would you feel about it?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think I can only speak about myself and our team. I think it's something we feel strongly about. It's an important part of our culture as a team, and that's all I can say on that.
Fair enough. Just back onto the cricket then. How are you feeling at the crease, and do you think the break of not playing in the IPL has really been beneficial for you?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think I've enjoyed that break. I thought it was good for me. I think in an ideal world, you'd probably come into a tournament like this with maybe a little bit more cricket behind you. And of course, the IPL being here in the UAE would be the perfect sort of lead into a tournament. But no, I think I'm in a position now where I'm experienced enough. I've played in these conditions before. I feel like I know what it takes in practice to get me in a position where I feel like I can go out there and perform. And I've been feeling good. I feel like I'm hitting the ball well in the nets, and just trying to use my experience.
Lovely. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, David. Let's go to Matt Roller from Cricinfo. Go ahead, Matt.
Hi, Jos. A lot of teams have opened the bowling with left-arm spin against you and Jason over the last 18 months or so, including West Indies. Could you just tell us a bit about the challenge of facing left-arm spin with the new ball and your method against it?
Yeah, I think it's something that we'll see throughout this tournament. Spin playing a prevalent part in the power play. And yeah, of course, the challenge is the ball spinning away from the bat is a good matchup in the cricket. Obviously, with the new ball, some can skid on with the angle. Potentially, there may be a little bit of spin as well. So I think it's been sort of really clinical with picking length and looking to be positive with that option. And also, I think we have one strength of our team is the flexibility in our order, and if that became a trend, I guess we could try and counter that with a change of order as well.
And Bangladesh obviously picked a couple of left arm spinners in their last game. Is that something you've been preparing for ahead of tomorrow's game?
Yeah, absolutely. We prepare specifically for the opposition and also for the conditions we face. I think spinners, is obviously going to play a huge part in this tournament. And of course, Bangladesh have a couple of left arm spinners, so been practicing against that lots in the nets and trying to get some plans in place.
Cheers.
Okay, let's go. John Etheridge, The Sun, and then Dean Wilson, Daily Mirror. Go ahead, John.
Jos, hi. Do you know what form precisely the moment of unity will take?
No, I don't. So I don't think that's something we'd like to do as a team. I think that you have to get some clearance from the ICC for that as well. But as I said, it's something we'd like to do as a team, but I don't know the specifics behind it at the moment.
Okay, fair enough. And just on Ben, if I may, Ben Stokes, I mean, there's been obviously a lot of uncertainty about the Ashes tour and who will go and who won't go and that sort of stuff. But now, apart from perhaps Jofra and maybe Ollie Stone, it's pretty much full strength England squad. So that must give the guys plenty of cause for optimism.
So just say the last bit again.
How optimistic now are you about England's chances in Australia? Now you've got pretty much a full strength squad.
Yeah, it's great to have a pretty much full strength side. But no, I think personally and individually, I'm very focused at the moment on the World Cup. Ashes is next in line, but at the moment we need to fully focus on a World Cup. It's a world tournament. We want to perform well in this tournament. So to be thinking too much about the Ashes right now, I don't think it's the right thing to be doing.
Absolutely. Okay, thanks so much. Cheers.
Okay, we'll go to Dean and Simon Burton.
Hi, Jos. It's quite an unusual situation to find yourself in a tournament to face a team that you've never actually played any T20 matches against before, but you've never played Bangladesh in a T20 match. So how would it be like to play your first game against them?
Yeah, we know the challenges they'll pose. We've played against them lots, obviously in 50 over cricket, and we know they're a dangerous side. They've got a lot of experience, I think, in T20 cricket as well. Some very good players playing quite a specific style that is quite unique to them, I feel, as well. We focus obviously and try and plan for the opposition, but at the same time we focus a lot on ourselves, trying to get our level of intensity to the place it needs to be. I think we feel confident as a group that when we get that right, no matter who we play against, it's going to give us the best chance of success. So we plan as we need to, but we focus a lot on ourselves.
You obviously landed on a pretty successful combination against the Windies. Chris Silverwood said that Mark Wood will be fit for selection tomorrow. Have you got any idea whether he might play? Are there any other injury concerns? And what are your sort of thoughts between yourself and Owen about the kind of balance of the side?
Yeah, I think the side's balanced well, and I think whichever sort of route we go down, the side is going to be nicely balanced. I think Woody's obviously one of those guys with express pace, and we know what a factor he can play in matches when he's fully fit. So of course we want to be picking from a fully strength squad and everyone being fit. So that gives Chris Silverwood and Morgs the best chance to pick the side that they see best for the conditions. So obviously we'll have to pick a side that is best for the conditions we face tomorrow in a day game.
And just a final thought on that from me, when things go so well in a tournament and you put in that kind of performance, there's always a temptation not to change a winning team. Is that the kind of mentality that you think Owen and Chris might have, or are you very much keen to disregard the previous game and literally just concentrate solely on who's in front of you?
No, we'll always sort of focus on the next game and solely what the next game demands. So, if the conditions are drastically different, we wouldn't be afraid of playing a different makeup of the team if we had to. I think we cover most bases with the side we picked in the first match. But as I said, conditions are incredibly different. We'd be happy to change the team. I can't foresee them being too different, to be honest. But it's great to have what we hope is a fully fit squad to choose from.
Thank you.
Okay, due to time constraints, we'll just take one question each going forward. So Simon Burton from The Guardian, then Julian Geyer from AFP, please.
Hi, Jos. Your first and only daytime game tomorrow. Can you just tell me if you've changed timing of training to kind of specifically work up to it, and anything you're doing to deal with daytime heat?
No, I think our training sessions are sort of planned in by the ICC, so we don't have. We trained a lot in the day in Oman. We were training in the day. Yesterday we trained in the daytime when the match would be on. Tonight is an evening practice, which is optional. But no, I think we've obviously the guys who have played in the IPL have played day games and been quite used to that. So the dew is not going to be a factor in those matches. But no, we've all been either in Oman for a period of time in the heat, or guys have been playing in the IPL, so everyone's sort of quite accustomed to what to expect from the conditions.
Okay, let's move on to Julian, please.
Hello, Jos. You talked earlier about Bangladesh having a specific style of game. I just wondered if you could say what you thought that was and who in their side has particularly impressed you.
Yeah, well, I think what I mean by is generally spin-heavy side. They generally play a lot of finger spins with some great experience. For example, Sheikh who's played a huge number of T20 games and all around the world. And generally, their batsmen, let's say as a rule at times, they're generally quite very strong square of the wicket. So, I think, like you say, the players such as Sheikh and Mushfiqur Rahim, Mahmudullah, they've been around for a little while. Mustafiza is a threat with his left arm bowling and an excellent slower ball. So that's generally what I mean by that. And like I said, a team full of some match winners.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Bangladesh media. We'll go to Ekush Kapadir and then Mohammed Jubair. Go ahead, Ekush.
Hi, Josh. This will be very fast T20 international meeting between Bangladesh and England. How do you assess Bangladesh team regarding condition and current form? Thank you.
Yeah, I think Bangladesh are a strong team. I think over the last few years, especially at home, they've had a lot of success in T20 cricket. Coming to conditions here, I think, which will be quite familiar to a number of the players and sort of what they generally expect to face at home. So, and as I just mentioned, some really experienced players in the team. So we're expecting a really tough challenge.
And then the last question, Jubair, please, from...
Hey, Josh. This is Jubair from Prothom Aalo. You have come across few different Bangladesh sides so far in your career, famously in the 2015 World Cup and later as well. So, but this time, this Bangladesh side is a bit up and down in terms of form and confidence. How do you see them? Do you feel more confident because they are under pressure?
No, not at all. I think we fully expect to face Bangladesh at their best tomorrow. Like I said, just mentioned, they've been very strong at home in recent years. Conditions here are generally quite similar. So now we're expecting a really good performance from Bangladesh tomorrow and a very tough game.